Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's definitely something that we've sort of been working on as a team, is playing with urgency all the time and not waiting till halfway through the first quarter to really get honed in. So yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely a good start for us.
And is that something that is addressed every once in a while with the team to come out strong? Just like curious, do you say?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something we focus on in the pregame talk. We don't want to come in at half and have to start over again.
And you hit a pair of threes early. Is that something we should become accustomed to seeing?
I think it's fun. I don't know. I didn't shoot a single three in my high school career, so college is the first time I've really had the freedom to do that.
And that start for you too. You get that block, go down, get the three, come back, the steal, you get a couple more rebounds on another three. How fun was that start for you? 'Cause it seemed also like, I think she's got all the points here. It's all the rebounds.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Did you feel you had to have that kind of start too? I mean, for you personally, I know you guys have been saying the team, but for you personally, did you feel you had to get out to a quick start too?
I think this year that's been something I try to focus on, but our team really does a good job of bringing that energy and makes it easy to do.
You still have one ahead, but do you feel like this non-conference schedule has kind of helped not only prepare you for the Summit League, but hopefully kind of help build up the resume for whatever happens in March?
Yeah, I mean, I think our coaches do a really good job of putting together this schedule. As we kind of saw, it was a really challenging one for us, and we still, have one game left. But I think, the mentality of taking it one game at a time is always going to be there for us. And each game has really made us better. So, hopefully taking each game at a time is going to take care of the end of the season.
And on that note, I don't mean to throw Coppin State under the bus or Mount Marty under the bus here in this question, but this is the first, Coppin State's had a rough go at it. Mount Marty is not a D1 team. So this is really the first, D1 game you guys have had since Creighton, 11 days ago. Like I said, Creighton's had Coppin's had a rough go. So it's been a while, and how nice was it to come out like this after that kind of layoff to really face a team like Montana and really come out strong like that after that kind of layoff between good teams?
I think Coach P does a really good job. Something that she's kind of instilled in us is, every game is special, or every game is important, but no game is special. So playing teams like Mount Marty and, Coppin State, the score might not reflect it, but we definitely got better in those games, and everything that we did in those games helped prepare us for games like today.
And how nice was it to have that Mount Marty game here just recently? Because if not, it had been about more than a week between games, so it helped shake off the rust. It seemed like you girls were really focused for that one.
Oh.
Go ahead, sorry.
No. You no, yeah, I mean, it was good. I think, it's sometimes tough to get games scheduled during finals week. I think a lot of schools face that. So to have games every couple days to, keep us in the flow of what conference is going to be like is always super helpful.
Going to South Carolina next Sunday, I mean, this is probably, I'm guessing, probably the best team they played in the regular season here, maybe since the D1 move. How much are you looking forward to this? It's kind of an opportunity. I'm sure you kind of feel like you can play with a team like this. Are you looking forward to it for an opportunity to maybe make a statement nationally again? Yeah,
I mean, I think we're really excited. We haven't really started scouting for them because, this was one we wanted to take care of first. But I think it's definitely one that everyone has kind of had marked on the calendar because it is a really, really good team, a nationally recognized team. But like Hannah said, every game is important, no game is special. So we're going to go in and hopefully, stick to what we know we can do and get better, and the result will take care of itself.
Same question for Hannah. I mean, obviously they're going to have a lot of big players on that roster. How much do you look forward to a game like this? I know you treat everyone the same, but now that you're on to this one, it's a pretty special way to end the non-conference and then maybe go into the Summit play.
Yeah, I think it's exciting for sure to get to play on that, that stage that they have. But I think it'll prepare us for our conference season, and I think we'll prepare well.
Kira, what was the biggest challenge you had to face today with Montana, and then how do you think you handled that?
I think they're a really good team. They're a team that, is athletic, is scrappy, is really good defensively. Offensively, they make a lot of tough shots. And I think our plan coming in defensively was to just sort of stick to what we do. And we did that well at times, but I think, at other times they kind of imposed their will, as Coach P said. So I think this was a good game for us to even just build up that resiliency once again that we kind of talked about at the beginning of the season. Playing athletic, scrappy, good defensive teams is always going to make us better.
Any difference as we get near the end of this non-conference as opposed to last year when you were heading into Summit League play? Do you feel anything different with this team as you get ready to head into Summit as compared to last year?
I think something that's special about our program is we have really good team chemistry, and last year I would have said the same thing, but I feel like our chemistry is at an all-time high, and that's really exciting going into a conference.
Absolutely. I thought our young ladies really started the game very, very strong. Did a nice job. Montana's a really good team, and they really kind of impose their will against you. They really do a great job of attacking the rim, attacking the blocks, and even though we knew what they were trying to run, we had a hard time taking some of their actions away because they're very skilled, they're very deliberate, and they're very intentional, I should say, very intentional about getting it there, and did a good job of continuing to attack the rim. And when we played at their place last year, we struggled to hit arc shots, and I thought they did a good job really trying to take away the lane from us. In this game, we hit a lot of arc shots. We were very efficient shooting the ball, but I thought they're a team that really forces you to do things that are a little bit different than other teams, and a very, very good opponent, a great win for us during finals week.
Is the start to the game something that has been talked about? Because the girls made it sound like that's been a focus lately.
Well, I think that when we started the season, we hadn't done as good of a job with it, especially on the defensive end. And so, we were really focused. I even thought in the Mount Marty game, our last game, we did a much better job defending them in the second half than we did in the first half. And so I think in that regard, we probably did talk about, being ready to take away what Montana was trying to attack us with. And even though I thought we turned them over a little bit in the first quarter, if we didn't turn them over, they scored very efficiently. And so I thought we got a little bit better, in the second quarter especially, and as the game wore on, we got a little bit better with that defensively. So it's still something we'd like to continue to be aware of and get better at.
You mentioned at the start, see Hannah get that block, hit that three, then another steal. She gets down the court. That just seemed like she really sparked it again that game.
Well, she did. I thought we got going in transition after that block shot, and then we had some other kids at the rim, and she spaced the floor, and she felt really comfortable, and she can really shoot it. In watching our post kids when we go through shooting workouts during the course of our practice, our post kids shoot the ball really well. It's just a matter of getting comfortable and understanding, in rhythm shots, and I thought that was a very good in rhythm shot, and then she got another one, and then took a third one even, so I think that might be a career high for her in number of attempts in a game as well. Well, I think Hannah's improved in a lot of different ways. I really do. I think she's just a lot more comfortable and confident in all aspects of the game, from defending out on the perimeter to understanding, how to really use her length at the rim, rebounding the basketball. I think she's done a really nice job offensively of understanding when to post up, when to get out of the lane. I just think she's done a really good job of getting offensive rebounds, even better than she did last year for us. So I just think she continues to improve, and I thought today she started to really add to her game. She's a kid that also handled the ball. Last game she had a breakaway layup opportunity. Sometimes in transition she handles it. So I just think because of the hard work that she continues to put in, she's going to continue to get better.
Get ready to head into the Summit play. I know you still have a game next week, rather big game next week, obviously. But do you notice any differences between this group as they get ready to head into Summit League play and last year's group? I know Kira said Hannah said the chemistry was good last year, but it's even better this year.
Well, I believe this group of young ladies really, they love each other in a very authentic way. They really care about each other. I think they trust each other, and I think that's something that has continued to grow outside of basketball. I think it's something that's continued to grow on the court for us, and I think it's a group that, I think while they want to do really well, sometimes you can get in your own way when you want to do really, really well, when you're focused on the outcome. And this is a group that is really focused on the process of continuing to get better, and really talk to each other. They do a great job of helping each other out during the course of practices, during the course of games. You can hear them when they're on the baseline talking to each other and knowing what the action that their opponents are running and how to counter that. They're talking about, what the matchup zone looks like and some of the different cuts that could be effective. And so I think they do a really good job of helping each other throughout the course of game action and practice get better at the same time.
Coach, this isn't a non-conference at all. And finals week, it's hard to schedule games. Really tough schedule to start the year. And you have Coppin State, who's fallen some hard times. Mount Marty, who's an NAI opponent. It's been about 11 days since you played Creighton, but the girls still came out strong here against another tough opponent. And to have that kind of layoff, how nice was it to see the girls come out the way they did and play the way they did today after it's been 11 days since you played Creighton? That's no knock on.
I think it's really challenging to play during your final exam week, and I talked about this on the pregame radio show and the postgame too. It's interesting because at the University of South Dakota we have a split finals week, and I'm sure other schools do as well. I'm just not as familiar with it. It's something that's unique to the schools that I've had a chance to coach at. So usually during your finals week, Monday through Friday, you don't play any games. You might practice a couple of times, and then you try to pick up and you play on Saturday, and then that's a challenge. For us, we had finals on Thursday and Friday, and then we have them again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so what's interesting for us is we can play a home game during that stretch, but it's really challenging for us to really focus and practice and be really good, and to play a really good team like Montana was challenging for us. And it's something that you just never really know how your team is going to respond to that. And I thought they responded really, really well, obviously.
So, Coach, then what's the game plan with finals still coming up in the days leading up to the South Carolina game?
Right. So today's time for our players to spend some time with their family and get back to studying and hitting the books. And then we'll take tomorrow off so they can get ready, get back into final exam mode and finish up projects. And then we'll practice starting on Tuesday again for South Carolina. And certainly a challenging team not only to play against, but a challenging team just to try to simulate in practice. And so it'll be, a challenge for us to try to get our players as ready for that as possible. And one of the top teams in the country, and one of the toughest, if not the toughest environment in the country, with the most fans out of any women's basketball program. And so certainly, an opportunity that we're going to have to figure out how to do our best to get ready for that.
Are they looking forward to this opportunity, though? I mean, obviously you played a tough schedule, but this is certainly probably the best team maybe that's the program's played since going up to Division I. Are they looking forward to this opportunity to kind of test themselves against one of the elite teams at your level?
Well, I believe that our players are. I think that's what they've expressed to me. I think that that's authentic. I think that that's who our players are high energy and are excited. And I think, again, because they trust the process and because they really focus on that, the process of us getting better during this week leading up to the game is something that will help us, throughout the course of the season. And so this is a group that, again, continues to focus on the right things. And when you do that, the game is going, and the prep is going to help us get better.
I know obviously you still have that game ahead, but do you feel like the non-conference, again, you played another pretty difficult one for the most part. Do you feel like that's prepared you for the Summit League and hopefully also puts you in a good position once you get into March as well in terms of a resume?
Well, I think what's important for us, and I feel like this year's non-conference schedule certainly was not only challenging for us, but I thought what we were able to see were very different styles of play. And I think that's what we see in the Summit League as well. Teams that run motion offenses, teams that really attack in transition, teams that really shoot it from the arc, teams that really try to get it inside like we saw, today with Montana. So I think what we like about what the schedule, and it does, sometimes you try to be intentional and it doesn't always work the way that you had hoped that would work, whether it's dates didn't work out. But I think what we really are excited about with this schedule and for our team is that not only have we played good teams, but we've seen a lot of different styles of play, and certainly we'll see a very different style of play when we play against South Carolina again.